Hello, this video is what I think about the pineal gland. I got a comment on my profile page. Somebody wanted to ask me to talk about that, so yeah, pineal gland. Pineal gland is a gland that is right in the middle of your brain, like pretty much smack dab in the middle of your brain. And it, when they take it out of your brain, and they look at it, it looks like it has a lens. It has the structure of an eye. It has the lens and a pupil and all that stuff, and it points straight up. And I think, don't quote me on this, but I think that they don't really know what it does. But no, I think they do know what it does. It's part of the endocrine system. It's one of the endocrine glands. That's why it's called a gland. And a gland is one of the organs that create hormones. And our bodies have like lots of different hormones, like hundreds of hormones. Like testosterone and estrogen are some of these hormones. And hormones are these little chemicals created by the body, by these glands, that get pumped into the bloodstream, and they somehow make you do certain things, like testosterone makes you physically strong, and I guess it makes you horny, and I think testosterone is made by the balls. So anyways, we have in our endocrine system, we've got lots of different glands. So your sexual chakra, or whoops, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. The lowest gland is the balls for men, and they create semen, but they also create testosterone. I don't know, but yeah, they're glands. And for women, it would be the ovaries, and then you have there's the pituitary gland, which is also, I think, in the brain. Let's see what else. Yeah, anyways, there's other glands. But the idea is that these different glands, they're the part of the body, the physical body, that actually communicates with the spirit body. Because ever since the beginning of time, over there in Hindu land, they have believed in chakras, and now, all the Western people are like, cool, yeah, chakras. They believe in chakras, and chakras are these vortexes inside of your body where the energy from your spirit body from out there come into your body, and there are drawings of these different chakras. Of how they come in, and it's like a giant torus. So here's your body standing here, and then the energy just comes in and then hits your gland, and then goes through it, and then comes out again and hits a gland, and that's how it communicates with the rest of the world, with your spirit body. And your spirit body, you have different layers. You have like one aura that goes out like 3 inches, and then another one that goes out like like your heart can send a measurable electromagnetic field 8 feet out. So you have a 16-foot diameter chakra, toroid, generated by your heart. And then your brain, and perhaps that's actually your pituitary gland, has a toroid as well, but that toroid goes out all the way to the edge of the universe. So as you get higher up, I think starting from the bottom, as you get higher up, the torus, or the range of that chakra touching the rest of the world is farther, is bigger out. So your sexual chakra is just kind of like right here in your balls, and then your stomach would have a certain gland. I can't name all of the glands, but I know that there's probably like 7 of them. And I think so I think each gland is basically the body's representation of that chakra. That when the energy comes into that chakra, it basically goes in and touches that gland. And And so that's how your spirit body communicates to your, you know, like if you have a, if your spirit body wants to say go get that, then it makes that gland create a certain hormone and shoots it out and then tells your body what to do. It's like a fine, subtle way of communicating, and so perhaps the heart is a gland too and actually secretes hormones. I don't know. Easily could, pumps blood through it. But the pineal gland is the one that's on the top of your head, and it's the one that that connects your mind to this world. Bashar the alien talks about the pineal gland, and if you do like a YouTube search, Bashar pineal gland, you'll probably find him saying something. And what Bashar the half gray alien, half human says is that the pineal gland is that which translates the spirit world into the physical world. So it makes it so that you can actually look around and see this and not see spirits and stuff. And whoa. Totally overflowing here. One person who likes to talk about the pineal gland, who has a good presentation about it, is David Wilcock. And he has lots of pictures and stuff that I copied. And he says that, like, yeah, everybody's known about the pineal gland, because the pineal gland, it looks like a pine cone. It's about the size of a pea, so it's about as big as your little fingernail here. And it's it's shaped like a pine cone, like this. And you know, as we all know, if you look at a pine cone from top down, the pine cone grows with the golden mean spiral, like all the little chips on the pine cone. They spiral down in the I think that 1.6 ratio where it spirals, and each other spiral it goes, that's twice as far out as the one before it, which is the way that energy moves through the entire universe. That's why you know, flowers and galaxies and hurricanes and pine cones and you know, with the vortexes on the earth and all of that are all follow that blueprint. And so your pineal gland does too, because it's shaped like that. And so it's taking in energy that's spiraling in from the cosmos, from the higher dimensions, and it translates. It's the anchor that anchors your body, your soul into your body. The Buddhists say when you die, your soul leaves your body through the top of your head, and that sometimes, like, the trained eye can actually see it leave, you know. And then also, when we die, they say at that exact moment, we lose 7 grams of weight. So our soul actually weighs something. But so I guess the soul leaves through the pineal gland, and perhaps goes into the body through the pineal gland, and is actually anchored into the body through the pineal gland. At least your mind is anchored in the body with the pineal gland. Your soul would be anchored in with all the different chakras. But I think that would be interesting, actually, to kind of see how, do measurements and see how energy, there's energy spikes around your glands, and that their glands happen to be at the chakras. It would be like a verification for ancient knowledge. But yeah, but in this slide presentation that I saw from David Wilcock, he has all these pictures of things that look like pine cones, and they say he says that that's representing the pineal gland, because they always knew what the pineal gland was. The Buddha, representation of the Buddha, he's got like his hair tied up in like braids, like a little cone. and that's supposed to be representing the pineal gland. And the Vatican has a giant, like, bus-sized pine cone right there in the front door of the Vatican, and the Pope walks around with a cane, and the top of the cane has a pine cone on it. And in ancient Greek paintings, you can see Bacchus, the god of wine, and he's holding a pine cone. And ancient Indian, you know, from like the Mahabharata, you know, the guys are like holding pine cones, and he's like, oh look, it's a, I don't know if he said it was a conspiracy theory. They're not all along, but they're trying to keep it from us. But yeah, I think that people have known, had a connection with the pineal gland, and well, basically know that shape is a sacred shape. Because perhaps just from dreams, you know, and then you wake up and then you have the vision and you're right. I don't think there's any conspiracy theory involved. But anyways, yeah, he says that Bashar says it's the anchor that anchors you into your mind into this world. And in David Wilcock's presentation, he said that schizophrenics, when they freak out, I can't remember his reference, but when schizophrenics freak out, it's because their pineal gland is spewing out too much of its hormone, and it can't stop spewing out the hormone, so it makes people hallucinate and actually like see and have visions and feel like spirits from alternate, from higher dimensions, and so they can't anchor themselves in reality, and they get confused and don't know where they are. And that LSD affects the pineal gland and makes you see higher dimensional, you know, things with your mind's eye. Anyways, suppose also, and I heard in David Wilcock's presentation that the pineal gland can also get filled up with chlorine, or like little crystals can form in there, and like and they've opened up pineal glands and like calcified with actually like big crystals that are they're like not microscopic compared to the pineal gland, or maybe even to our eye. I have the actual size of those crystals on my Power of 10 page, and the pineal gland next to them if you want to see it. But yeah, so that's like a reason why you need to drink pure water and not eat too much processed food, because if you get toxins in your body, they will calcify your pineal gland and you'll lose your ability to communicate with your higher mind. Because you're back to Bashar, says your higher mind communicates to you through your pineal gland. And yeah, so every time, like, you know, you use your imagination and you're trying to see the bigger picture of something, and you get visions and stuff, that's your soul communicating to your body, but it does it physically in your brain through the pineal gland. And yeah, so I think it could be an interesting argument if you wanted to argue that there is a soul to like an atheist scientist. Then just tell them, well, why does the pineal gland look like an eye? Because the eye is something that captures light. So you could say, yeah, it's an eye that's capturing hyperdimensional light from your soul and translating it into your brain, so that you can, and translating it to ground you, because that's what Bashar says, ground you in this world, so that you see this world and you're not out like seeing ghosts and, you know, being distracted by all the other magnificent world out there. So yeah, that's about all I know about that. If you want to see exactly how big it is and a picture of it, go to my Power 10 page. Peace out.